It's Testament right here on your Classic Metal Show from their 2012 top CD of the year for me. Testament. Dark Roots of the Earth, True American Hate. Describing my loathing for our current occupant of the White House.
Come on, he's doing a fine job.
Yeah, right.
He's doing a fine job. I'm sure in 2 days when everybody gets fucked in their ass by their taxes, I'm sure everybody will be so happy that they voted for that cocksucker.
Right.
I'm sure of it.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, you sent me over a CD. We've had this guy on the show before.
Yes.
Justin Murr.
Yep.
He
We're gonna have him on the show again next week.
He has a band called Liberty and Justice, or a project. I guess it's a project, not a band.
Project,
it's a project, because he's been doing this for about 10 years now.
Mm-hmm.
And he puts out a CD probably like one every couple of years, and they feature, just a whole hodgepodge of singers that sing either some of his original compositions or does some covers.
Right.
And for whatever reason, he chose to go with covers on this, at least half of this CD anyway.
Yeah, it's 2 discs, is all covers, and the second one is all originals.
Right. Well, he, at the beginning, from what I understand, and he sort of like professed himself to be like a born-again Christian.
I think so, yeah, at the beginning.
Yeah, and he basically was working with a lot of the singers that did a lot of these tribute records, be it Janie Lane or CJ Snare from Firehouse, and, all these different guys, mostly from 80s bands.
Right, sure.
And they all contributed to Liberty and Justice releases over the years.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Well, for whatever reason, he chose to do a lot of bad covers.
Well, yeah.
This time with this new CD.
This sets the standard for bad covers. This is, and I like Justin. I like Liberty and Justice. I enjoy the projects generally.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like he purposely went out there to pick songs that just did not ever need to be covered by anybody ever.
Right.
They don't even need to be played.
Right.
And he picked the worst songs you could think of and was like, okay, these are the ones we'll do. I can't wait till next week to ask him why. I can't, and believe that is my question. Why these songs?
Right.
These songs are so bad.
Sure. Well, earlier in the show, we played our good friend Sean Sheldon,
right?
Ice Ice Baby,
yeah,
which we had gotten a hold of a couple of months ago,
right?
And we actually called him out on it, and he was just like, dude, a guy called me up, said let's do this project,
right?
I don't know where Justin gets his money or what his arrangements are with these artists that choose to be a part of his song, his repertoire, as it were.
Right.
But I remember distinctly a story that had to do with Janie Lane.
Okay.
I guess he had brought Janie Lane into where's this guy from? I think he's from Peoria, Illinois.
Yeah, somewhere like that.
Somewhere,
yeah.
And he brought Janie Lane in, and Janie was supposed to come in and do some Liberty and Justice sessions with him, and
right.
This is when Janie was acting kind of weird,
right?
And he said that he first of all, he had a hard time getting Janie to come out of his room,
right.
And then when he did get him out of his room, all Janie wanted to do was ride the elevator up and down. Do you remember that story at all?
I certainly do remember that story.
So Janie was riding this elevator up and down at the hotel that he put him up at.
Nice.
And then once he did get him over to the studio to do his recording, then he had all kinds of weird demands. He wanted certain drinks or water, and he wanted certain food, and he wanted, different things. And, he wanted all these things before he would even step up to the mic and lay down his vocals.
Yeah, well, sounds like Janie.
And so Janie Justin was very obviously very disappointed.
Disappointed.
And he was just like, I wanted this guy to be on my record, and I really thought this was going to be a good thing, but I'm really sorry I even chose to work with the guy.
Right.
So I remember that story. That was like, 6 years ago or 7 years ago?
A while ago now, yeah.
So that's just kind of sad. But anyway, he does a cover here. Is I Can't Dance, is that Genesis song?
It is the Genesis song.
And do you know who does it?
I most certainly do. That would be Stevie Rochelle.
Oh, Stevie Rochelle does the Genesis cover. I can't dance. I can't walk.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, I have the list here. So.
Oh, okay, good. So here's Liberty and Justice, Stevie Rochelle of Tough, doing the cover of the very, very low-end song of Genesis, I Can't Dance.
All the Genesis songs.
It's awful.
This is like the last one you would pick.
Oh.
It's terrible.
And this is the last actual album with Phil Collins, wasn't it, before he bailed?
And then they got that other guy to do that Calling All Stations.
Yeah,
record.
that was the guy that was in Foreigner for one record when Lou Gramm left.
Right. Same guy.
Yeah, that guy. Whatever his name was. I know his name. There's a W in it. I can't think of it, but whatever. So here's Liberty and Justice doing Genesis, I Can't Dance.
Yes.
Stevie Rochelle. Is this the industrial version of this song?
I guess so.
Wow. I would never have recognized it.
It's not good.
Oh, my.
She's still walking around. Hot sun making me sweat. The gate is getting close. Haven't gotten me yet. I can't dance. I can't talk. Only thing about me is the way I walk. I can't dance. I can't sing. I'm just standing here selling everything.
Wow. Love all the electronic noises in there.
So good.
Wow. That's just, even for Stevie.
I know. That's really
Wow. Yikes. All right. Well, they cover a U2 song, Pride in the Name of Love.
Yes, this one is CJ Snare on vocals.
Well, see, there you go. I didn't even know that. I knew he worked with him quite a bit.
And then two of your favorites, George Lynch and Jeff Pilson.
Oh, really?
Yes, they all are.
So this is a TNN thing.
Kind of, yeah.
So this is George Lynch, Jeff Pilson, and CJ Snare of Firehouse doing a U2 cover.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. Oh, boy. I got, one thing, regardless of your thoughts on George Lynch as to his personality, you definitely can tell George Lynch is playing.
Oh, yeah, he's a signature sound.
He has got a sound that, it's very distinctive. Whenever you hear a George Lynch guitar tone, you know it's him.
Yeah, it's too bad he prostituted his whole career.
Ugh, too bad.
It really is, because he could have been an Eddie Van Halen type.
Easily.
Yep.
Look at Mr. E, the Stranger. So damn gay.
One man come in the name of love. One man come and go. One man come here to justify. One man to overthrow. In the name of love.
They got that horrible vocal effect on there.
Yeah, I know. And plus, why is CJ Snare like running out of breath on every
I know.
line?
He's just breathing really hard. And one man came in the name of love. One man. Wow. Yikes.
Not so good.
Not so good.
One more in the name of love. In the name of love. One more in the name of love. One man caught on a barbed wire fence.
And the other one is the whole over-enunciating each individual word.
No. One man comes in the name of love.
Exactly.
Horrible.
Wow.
Not good.
Yikes. All right. The next one is Staying Alive. Of course, the Bee Gees classic from, the Staying Alive movie from 1978.
Right. Why? Why cover this song?
So who does the vocals on this?
Kip Winger.
Oh, boy. Staying Alive? Anybody else on this aside from Kip?
Just Kip Winger.
Just Kip Winger.
Yep.
All right. Well, here's Kip Winger paying tribute to the Bee Gees, or the BG that's left. Maurice Gibb, gone.
Dead.
Dead.
Yep.
All right.
Well, you can tell by the way I use my walk. I'm a woman's man, no time to talk. Music loud and women warm. I've been kicked around since I was born. But it's alright, it's okay. You may look the other way. We can try to understand the New York Times effect on man. Whether you're a brother or whether you're a mother, you're staying alive, staying alive. Feel the city breaking and everybody shaking, people staying alive, staying alive. Ha, 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 ha. Staying alive, staying alive. Ha, 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 ha. Staying alive. Yeah.
All right. I know you're going to hate me for this, but
It's not bad. I'm with you on it.
I could live with that.
It's not bad. That one's not bad, but why is still the question.
Yeah, I mean, if I heard that, I would think that it's Barry Gibb doing an acoustic show.
Yeah, that one's not compared to the other three. That's not so bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's not, doesn't make me cringe.
No, not so bad.
It's just okay. Some dude with an acoustic covering that song. All right, whatever.
Yeah, that one's not the worst, but there's more to come.
All right, we got YMCA.
Yeah. Kelly Keeling with Chris Dickens and Neil Zaza.
Neil Zaza, Akron guy.
Yeah. Yippee, he's a dick. He is a motherfucking cock. I can't stand Neil.
His mother is a nurse. She actually attended to me at one time when I was at a clinic.
Well, as a nurse, she should have aborted her own fetus. He's a fucking dick.
Neil Zaza. I haven't heard that name in years.
I've met him a few times, and every time the guy fucking redefined penis. He's a fucking... I hate him, as you can tell, I'm sure.
I had to go get a DOT physical and, get my blood pressure and everything taken, and his mother was the one who attended to the, doing my charts and my blood pressure and eyes and,
Did her little tag say Nurse Zaza?
No, this was back when I was, had the classic metal show,
Right.
local, and, she was asking me because my hair was long at that point, and she was asking me if I was a musician. She goes, maybe my son.
Yeah.
So that's how that
I wish
went.
you'd asked me. I'd be like, yeah, he's a dick.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I never met the guy, so I don't know.
To me, he's been a dick.
Sure. Don't know the guy. All right, well, here's YMCA.
Okay.
Because, we basically need to do, the Village People.
Yeah, that's a band that needed to be covered.
Right.
Young man, there's no need to feel down. Young man, pick yourself off the ground. Young man, cause you're in a new town. There's no need to feel so unhappy. Young man, there's a place you can go. Young man.
Wow. That's hard to take.
That just sounds like a mess.
It does.
I mean, if you could hear what a mess sounds like, that's it.
Yeah.
It's just awful.
On your own, you can stay there, I'll see you fine. Many ways to have a good time. Wanna stay at the YMCA. Wanna stay at the YMCA. Got everything you need to enjoy. You can hang out with all of the boys. YMCA. Wanna stay at the YMCA.
Wow, that's just not even listenable. I mean, it really isn't.
That's really bad.
Yeah. All right. Well, they do the Carly Simon classic, which was covered by Faster Pussycat and Tame Me Down with "You're So Vain."
Yeah, this would be Phil Lewis with Chris Green. I
Don't know.
who Chris Green is, but
Chris Green?
from Rubicon Cross or Furion.
Don't know the guy.
It's got to be some Christian band.
All right. Well, Chris Green. I think for some reason that sounds familiar. I think maybe he played with Mark Torian and the Bullet Boys for a short time, just as a session or touring guy.
Never heard of him.
Yeah, I
so.
don't know. I'm not positive. But anyway, here they're Phil Lewis. Sad to say,
Yeah, really.
because I like Phil.
Right.
But You're So Vain, Carly Simon, right here on your Classic Metal Show.
You walked into the party like you were walking up to a yacht. You had strategically tipped below one eye. Your scoffing was apricot. You had one eye in the mirror as you watched yourself go by. I'm dreaming there'd be a partner, there'd be a partner, and you're so vain.
All right. Another song that's just like unnecessary. Especially
I
that
did like Phil's presentation.
especially
Kinda.
especially that version.
Yeah.
Thunder Bruce just tuned in
Yeah.
and sent me a private message.
They say, what the fuck is this?
I just tuned in. What the hell is going on? The Mayans were right. This must be the end of the world. Wow.
Yeah, it's not good.
All right. Let's see. What's the next one on the list there?
Queen of the Night.
Who does that? Is that the
The Whitney Houston cover.
Queen of the... Oh, okay.
Queen of the Night.
Oh, this is a Whitney Houston cover?
Yeah, and I don't even know these musicians. Well, one of them I sort of do. Selena McVeigh.
Don't know her.
I have no idea who that is. And Brooke St. James, who was in Taiketo.
Okay.
So, doing Queen of the Night by Whitney Houston.
Oh, boy. Okay, here we go. One thing I notice that I don't dig at all.
What's that?
Every one of these songs has some kind of an effect.
Right, some electronic bullshit.
Some kind of electronic thing on, for the instrumentation, or they put some kind of vocal effect on the vocals, and it's just a mishmash of, like you said, noise.
Right, it is just noise.
It's just noise.
Mm-hmm.
That's just noisy.
Yeah. Maybe Whitney got wind of this thing, and that's why she drowned herself. She said, fuck this. I can't be associated with this.
Oh, boy. All right. This next one is intriguing to me. I haven't heard it.
All right.
Blame It on the Rain, Milli Vanilli.
Yes.
So this is Justin Murr copying Milli Vanilli that really didn't even sing this song to copying whoever was behind the vocals.
Right. This is Andrew Freeman from Hurricane with Peter Fry of Far Cry and Eric Ragnow.
Of who?
Of Eric Ragnow. He's a keyboard guy.
Okay.
He's one of those keyboard guys that's like on every record.
So this is Milli Vanilli.
Yeah.
Blame It on the Rain.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. All right, here we go. Highway run into the midnight sun. Wheels go round and round in my mind. Is that what that sounds like to you?
Sort of.
You said you didn't need her. You told her goodbye. You sacrificed the good love to satisfy your pride. Now you wish that you could have her. You feel like such a fool. You let her walk away. Now it just don't feel the same. Gotta blame it on something. Gotta blame it on something. Or blame it on the rain. It was falling, falling. Or blame it on the stars with the shining light. Or whatever you do, don't put the the blame on you. Blame it on the rain, yeah.
Wow.
And I want to skip. I know that one was horrible. Before you go in order, I want you to skip to Stuck in the Middle with You, because I want to save the other three for last, because they're a 1, 2, 3 of just whys.
Right. Angel of Death said, I'd rather shove broken glass up my snatch than listen to more of this.
Well, I'd like to see video of that there, Angel of Death.
Something about a girl actually using the word snatch is hot.
It's hot. So you think it's hot, this visioning of her ramming glass up her snapper?
No, just the fact that some chick would use the word snatch.
Nice.
Because they usually get all pissed off if you use the word snatch.
Look at Thunderburst. This is fantastic. I can't believe it took this long for someone to put out an album of such relevant covers.
Right. Stuck in the Middle with You. That's Jerry Rafferty. What was his band's name? Driving Wheel or something like that?
Steelers Wheel.
Steelers Wheel. Yeah, there we go. That was Jerry Rafferty before his Baker Street days when he broke.
This one is an all-star band here.
Okay.
Larry Worley.
Who?
Exactly. Larry Worley.
Who is he?
Fear Not.
Okay.
Bumblefoot.
Oh, boy. Bumblefoot Fall, who hates us.
Who hates us.
He hates us.
Andy Robbins of Holy Soldier and Joe Lynn Turner's band.
Okay.
And Anthony Gravely of Wind Up Rocket.
Wind Up Rocket?
Right. That's our band.
Wow. Okay, they're doing Steelers Wheel.
Right, Stuck in the Middle with You.
Which this song was made popular again on Reservoir Dogs.
Right.
Okay.
And it really needed to be covered, like not at all.
Okay. Had enough of that.
Didn't hate that one. Didn't love it.
But they put that same vocal effect on every one of these.
I know.
Every one of these singers, they put that. It's like a. It's almost like they bury the vocals into the noise of the, the instruments.
And big sloppy guitars, not tight at all.
And then on top of that, then they put all that electronic effect on top of that.
Right.
Yikes.
I'm not digging it. But
no, not at all. All right.
This one is embarrassing.
All right.
1, because of the song choice. 2, because of the band that did the song originally. And 3, because this is friends of ours. And it's embarrassing when it's friends of ours.
Okay.
I'm, of course, talking about the NSYNC cover of Bye Bye Bye.
Oh, no. And who did this?
Chaz West
Ugh.
and Jeff LaBar.
No way. What did Jeff lend to this?
Guitar, I guess.
Oh, boy.
But, dude, we're friends with Chaz, too.
I know. Three-Legged Dog, Bonham Band.
Yeah, Chaz West and Jeff LeBar, two friends of the show,
Yikes.
doing an NSYNC cover.
Ugh. AOR rocks. Did Loverboy rewrite these tunes? Can this possibly get any worse?
Oh, yes, it can.
Look at Skull Sessions. What a hypocrite. What about Don Dokken? Mister, that guy gave us the best stories ever, and it was cool hanging out with him.
It's great.
Nice.
MOL, what the fuck is wrong with these assholes?
All right. Here's In Sync. Bye, bye, bye.
Right.
With Jeff LeBar of Cinderella and Chaz West of Bonham and Three-Legged Dog.
Oh, man.
There we go with the electronics again.
Of course we did.
Oh, boy.
Hey, hey. Bye, bye, bye.
Oh.
I'm doing this tonight. You're probably gonna start a fight. I know this can't be right. Hey, baby, come on. I loved you endlessly when you weren't there for me. So now it's time to ring it and make it alone. I know that I can take no more. I wanna see you out the door, baby, bye, bye, bye. Don't wanna be a fool with you. Just another player in the game for two. You may hate me, it ain't no lie, baby. Bye, bye, bye. Don't really wanna make it.
Again, a lot of noise. Just a
horrible.
lot of noise.
So horrible.
Oh, man. All right, what's next?
Another friend of the show, James Christian.
Oh, boy. Now, he is a friend of the show.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Checking in with Lionel Richie's Dancing on the Sea.
Maybe this was God's retribution to him for giving him prostate cancer.
Oh, my God. Dancing on the Ceiling.
Because everybody's clamoring to have a Lionel Richie cover.
But even if they are, even if there was need for a Lionel Richie cover, how low down the list is Dancing on the Ceiling?
Yeah.
I mean, there's All Night Long, Say You, Say Me, Penny Lover. There's a lot of decent, the Commodore's tunes, Once, Twice, Three Times a Lady. There's so many better songs from Lionel Richie than Dancing on the Ceiling.
Right.
Ugh.
Yes, AOR rocks. James Christian from the House of Lords.
Right.
What is happening here? There's something going on that's not quite clear. Somebody turn on the lights. We're gonna have a party. It's starting tonight. Oh, what a feeling when we're dancing on the ceiling.
That song, as bad as the fact that they're even doing a cover, it's
Right.
so disjointed.
It's just awful.
It's almost like I thought the CD was skipping. It was just, it just sounded all disjointed.
Yeah.
And a lot of electronic noise and a weird vocal effect, and it's the same formula again and again.
Look at now Bandian in the chat room, you dick. I'm impressed with Chris's knowledge on Lionel Richie.
Right.
That's funny.
Yeah, Chris knows it all.
I know everything about music. That I do know, or most everything.
Right.
All right, so
And
now we're up to the one.
The last one, folks. The last one.
And just every time I've thought about bands doing covers, I've always thought that this is a band that needed to be covered.
Right.
For the last 15 years, I have waited for the cover.
Well,
and especially this song, their biggest hit.
Well, these guys earned their place in rock and roll history, and, you know, they deserve it.
They're the only band, I think, in rock and roll history who ever sold 15 million records of one album and under 1 million of anything else. I think that is their claim of fame.
Right.
Out of nowhere, sold 15 million, and then they couldn't sell shit after it. Of course, I'm talking about Hanson. With their big hit, Bop.
Oh, boy. Bop. Do-do-do-do. Bop. Da-da-da. What was that, like 96?
Yeah, 95, 96, somewhere in there.
Oh, boy. Okay, last one, folks. We won't torture you anymore. But
do you want to know who the singer is?
Yes, I do.
It's Jamie Rowe from Guardian.
Oh, well, we know Jamie. He actually came out to a Classic Metal Show Night Out.
Yeah, he was a nice cat.
He drove up from I think he was from Dayton.
Yeah, somewhere.
He drove up for that.
Yeah, boy. What an embarrassment that he is now, though, doing Bob.
Look at Angel of Death. What the fuck? Don't play it. Why?
We love this stuff.
Neeley, please, God, no.
Too funny.
Are you sure this is Jamie Rowe and not Stevie Rochelle?
It does sound like him, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Yeah. Yes, I'm in relationships in this life. Only wanna dream of life. You're going through all this pain, it's time to turn your back and they're gone so fast. Oh yeah. And they're gone so fast. Oh yeah. So hold on tight to the ones who care. In the end, they'll be the only ones there. You get old, start losing your hair. Can you tell me who will still care? Can you tell me you will still care? Care for me, yeah.
There's something about a 50-year-old guy singing bop doo 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 bop.
Am I wrong in thinking that this sounds like the vocal track is like just a hair behind the music? Like the music's a little bit faster than the vocals he's providing?
It's a disregard for timekeeping.
No, that would have been a couple tracks before.
Right.
That would have been with Chaz West.
Right.
Bye-bye. It just sounds off. Not that it was good.
It's just all noise.
It's just bad.
I can't even tell. I can't even distinguish what instruments are being used here. Because it's just a mishmash of just a bunch of noise rammed together.
Look, everybody's agreeing with me in the chat room that it does sound a little bit off.
Yeah, it does. Well, we will have Justin Murr on the show next week, so we will beat him up.
Oh, we're definitely going to question this set list.
So we're going to find out what's going on here.
This is just not so good.
Not so good. That's a tough one to take. Wow.
I'd rather listen to the Infirmary Kids. Jeez.
Who wouldn't?
Can I just ask whose idea it was to create this giant clusterfuck of ear rape?
It was Justin. It was Justin Murr.
We're going to ask him about that ear raping next week, Angel.
We're going to have him on the show, so we'll talk to him, find out what's going on here and why.
That's just our only question.
It's like, what are you doing?
We should literally just say, Justin, why? And then when he answers, go, okay, thanks for calling.
Well, this is something you and I just briefly touched on earlier in the week.
Yeah.
I interviewed Jeff Pilson 2 or 3 weeks ago about
Right.
the TNN, and I basically asked him the same thing. Why are you guys doing this?
Right. And he was like, what?
So it was just like, I just was like, why are you doing this?
Right. This is like, wow.
Yeah. I'm just not a fan of covers at all.
I don't mind an occasional cover.
And that's the key word, just and. If you do like a jam on one, you like, and this isn't even metal, but this was something that you and I appreciated just because of the visual effect.
Yeah.
That one video I shared with you of Susanna Hoffs of the Bangles doing "Feel Like Making Love."
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah.
Because
every once in a while, it's cool. I mean, dude, even Motley Crue doing Jailhouse Rock on the
sure.
Theater of Pain. That was cool.
It's just one, and it's only fun if it's just like a jam.
Yeah. Not 13 of them.
Like
in a row.
Like Tesla did with that what was that?
Reel to reel
2 CD set of nothing but covers.
And then it turned into a 3 CD set because you could get an extra disc at the shows.
No, they gave you one at the store with the empty space, and then when you went to the show.
Oh no, it was 2.5 because they released right after it. They released an iTunes exclusive with more covers. Because I actually like that one.
Okay, I didn't even get that.
Oh, I have that. That's they do a great cover of that song "I Love You."
Okay,
that's really really worth having. I'll have to send that to you. That's really worth having. But,
and probably one of my favorite covers that was just kind of an impromptu jam, and I played it here on the show, is when Rat did "Born on the Bayou" and
with Michael Schenker.
Yeah, that thing was just cool. It was fun.
Yeah. But it was an impromptu thing, and it was good. And if a band does like one cover at the end of their album, okay, fine, that's cool. But man, oh man, these records of just cover tunes are just shit.
And it's getting more frequent too.
Yeah, it is, because they're just desperate for cash.
Everybody's just out of ideas, and it's just easier to re-record a song and maybe mix up the arrangement a little bit and just put it out there.
But I gotta wonder, and I guess we'll ask Justin this: do they expect people to buy the full album, or do they just expect for the next 10 years that random guy is going to buy the YMCA with Kelly Keeling?
Sure.
I mean, I just don't understand the thought.
Neither do I, Mr. Aiken. Neither do I.
It's crazy, but...
Well, they do it nevertheless, and there you are, Justin Murr with the Cigar Chronicles. Is it Cigar Chronicles?
Yeah, the Cigar Chronicles 1 and 2.
Yeah. Well, maybe Angel of Death can shove that up her pussy.
Jesus.
Just like Bill Clinton did with Monica Lewinsky.
Right.
He rogered her with a cigar.
Nice.
Only she can use the Cigar Chronicles.
Yeah, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
It's like a big rolled up newspaper.
Jeez, oh man.
Just
you.
I don't know. I'm channeling a little Chris Aiken.
I was going to say, you're turning into me.
I'm channeling a little Chris Aiken.
I believe it was you that had a talk with me about fucking toning it back a little bit. Did you mean so that you could tone it up some? What? Fuck.
Yeah, I did. So funny.